it. It is fall. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. It's Libra season. How are we finding the balance? Let's get into it. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let y'all come into the room. So, as you guys know, we are now officially in Libra season. It is officially fall. And now is just the time for us to get our shit together. Now is the time for us to get our shit together. As you guys know, here with fall, that's what fall is all about. Fall season, this is the season that we are preparing, we are planting our seeds, and we are really focusing on the balance within our, not only within ourselves, but also within our relationships. So as a collective, right? So with it finally, and y'all, this is my season, okay? This is my season. I love the fall season. Like, this is just really just the time to slow down after being out in the summer and always on the go. Like, now it's time to really sit the ass down, okay? So with Libra season, Libra is the natural ruler of the seventh house, right? So this is all about balance, relationships, significant partnerships, and marriage. That's what rules the seventh house. So it's all about constant seeking of balance. Hey, babes, welcome, welcome. And so when the sun moved into, now that the sun has moved into Libra, we are, like I said, as a collective, we are experiencing a boost of that romantic Venus energy. Thank you, babes. We are experiencing that Venus energy because Venus, Libra is ruled by Venus. Venus is all about love and beauty and things of that sort. So that is why I'm sure you guys heard of the time of where people say this is like cuffing season because this is all about that. So we're going to be feeling very romantic, very much, you may want to be chilling and cuddling and watching your favorite shows, very much the fall vibes, right? And so that's what this season is really all about, and about the fall. And so we are seeking harmony and balance within ourselves and within our relationships in all areas of our life. This is really the time where we say, okay, what is some shit that I need to get together? What is some shit? Because this is a time where we're like more at home and we're relaxing and we're really just trying to get things in order. Like I said, this is really like preparation season. This is the season where you are planting your seeds that you want to bloom come Aries season, right? When spring comes back around. Now we're transitioning into that, and we are like slowing down and we're just getting everything in order. This is when we actually have more time for our relationships, and we just want everything to be peaceful. Now, we don't want it to be Now, though we want things to be peaceful, we also want we want to make sure that we are not avoiding difficult conversations, right? So you can still have peace, and that's actually where peace comes from, when you're able to get more clarity on different topics or conversations that you want to hold with those people in your relationships, right? So while the sun is in the sign of partnership, we're also getting that boost to, hey babes, we're also getting that boost to speak up for ourselves, right? Because we know that Libra is also a cardinal sign. So this is a time where we're also like, I'm going to speak up what my needs are about, and I'm going to say what it is that I need from you, what are my expectations of you, and things of that sort. This is all about what Libra is all about. You get what I'm saying? So it is also about, yes, we are speaking up and saying what it is that we're looking for and we need from each other, but we are also making sure, because remember, Libra is all about balance. So we're also making sure that we are listening just as much as we are speaking. You get what I'm saying? So it's just all about finding the balance of that and making sure we're not doing too much talking where we're not listening and we're not paying attention. No, baby, this is all me. This is my hair, sweetheart. Yes, this is all me, baby. Um, and so that's what this season is all about. And so yeah, we're very much so in the preparation season, really being intentional what it is that we are wanting to get out of those around us and also ourselves. Like I said, this is about really preparing and being intentional with planting those seeds now, so that when it comes Aries season, spring comes back around, and those seeds we want to see bloom, but we got to make sure that we are preparing, because proper preparation prevents poor performance. Okay, so this is the time to slow down. This is the time where, like I said, we've been all outside and we have just been, outside enjoying ourselves. It's the summertime, right? And so now we're transitioning to where we're sitting down, we're more so slowing down. And so Libra is ruled by Venus. So this is also, like I said, love and beauty and all those things, but it's also about finding the beauty into the things that are around us. You get what I'm saying? And that's what this is about. And this is why it's so important for us to slow down. I like to say stop and smell the roses, right? Because from the summer, we're on the go. We're moving, we got things to do. This is the time where we want to find the beauty in the little things. Find the beauty in the things that's around us. You get what I'm saying? Maybe you made your own chai tea latte. Like, find the beauty in that and appreciating the little things. But you have to allow yourself to flow with the seasons, so that you within yourself, you can find that balance as well and find that beauty within yourself as well. Okay, and so that's what this is all about. And so now that we're in the fall season, this is where the day and the night are equal, and because it's equal, this is now a balance. This is now a balance that is restored. And like I said, if you allow yourself to flow within the seasons, you will feel that balance within you, that you are now restored. Okay. And so that's something that's very important. So it's just all about slowing down and allowing yourself to see the beauty in things around you, and speaking up for yourself, other things that you want within your community, within your relationships, and making sure that you are also listening just as much as you are speaking up for yourself and you are talking. You get what I'm saying? So it's looking very much so preparation, like I said, and finding the balance, because we know the Libra skills and things like that. We have to find the balance. And this doesn't mean that because now that we're slowing down, this doesn't mean that we have to completely isolate ourselves. Remember, it's all about finding the balance in that. And so as long as you are allowing yourself to slow down, you still want to be out with your community, right? Because we're in relationships, so we don't want to neglect that, right? We don't want to neglect that at all. Okay, so I'm going to put some oracle cards here from the Wandering Heart deck, and just to see what it is that we need to know as a collective when it comes to Libra season and it comes to transitioning into the fall seasons and really allowing ourselves to just slow down and do the things that slow down and allow ourselves to see the blessings that we do have around us. Because being on the go from the summer and just being outside, you can really just bypass what it is that you may need to know, or see that, you know what, your situation may not be as fucked up as you may think that it is, okay? And of course, happy birthday to all the Libras around the town, okay? All the Libras. Do we have any Libras in the chat? Do y'all have any Libras that's holding down? Make sure y'all show love to the Libras, baby. Let's see what it is we need to know. All right, so we have blessings in disguise. So baby, like I said, there's blessings. Like I just said, stop listening to the roses, because there's blessings with your name on it, okay? There's, period, hello. There's blessings with your name on it, baby. And the next card came out is boundaries. Like I said, we're speaking up. We are speaking up, and we are saying what it is that we need in our relationships, what it is that we are looking for. Oops. Okay. Boom, boom. So we also have the evil eye that came out, and we also have the forgiveness card that came out. So with the evil eye, we want to make sure, and Libra, this is for you, baby. Happy birthday, okay? We, with the evil eye, you want to make sure that you are up on your protection rituals, right? So whatever that is for you, rather that's you praying a little more, being intentional with your prayers, okay? That's for one, being intentional with your prayers and making sure that any weapons formed against you shall not prosper, okay? So we have the evil eye there. Somebody could be watching you from afar. You know, that's very easy for people to do, especially with social media, right? People can just be eyeing you from afar. They can be watching you. They can be keeping tabs on you. So you want to make sure that you have your rituals intact, baby, because any weapons formed against you shall not prosper, okay? With the forgiveness card, at the same time, so with this boundaries that we have here as well, you want to make sure that as you're speaking up for yourself, and you're also giving grace for people to get used to these new boundaries that you have set for yourself. Hey babes, welcome. You also want to make sure that you are giving people grace for the boundaries, these new boundaries that you are set for yourself. Because a lot of times I feel like when we set boundaries, when we set new boundaries for ourselves, meaning like, oh, I no longer want to be a part of this. I no longer want you to call me for this, or whatever those things are. I don't want you to speak to me in this manner. Whatever those things are, you want to make sure that you set in the tone and you are speaking up for yourself, but at the same time, you're giving grace. I'm getting grace with this. It's forgiveness, but I'm getting grace of allow people to adjust to your boundaries, right? And sometimes you have to tell people more than once, like, hey, I said what I said. I don't like those things, and I don't want to be surrounded by those things. I want to be addressed this way. I no longer want you to do this. This no longer serves me. And you just setting those boundaries. But I'm hearing that give grace when you set those boundaries, because it does take time for people to adjust to those things, adjust to those new boundaries that you have set. You get what I'm saying? So blessings in disguise. There's blessings with your name on it. Okay, Libra, there's blessings with your name on it. And you just got to keep putting in that work. But at the same time, making sure that you're finding the balance. Speak up for yourself with those boundaries. And at the same time, make sure that you are giving grace with those boundaries. Okay? It's not an overnight thing. And so that's just what we want to be mindful of. Okay? So next up, we have Scorpio. Any Scorpios in the chat? Let's see what the Scorpios need to know really quick for the Libra season. Okay, so we have shelter, stillness, and the Fool and familiarity. So we have shelter, we have stillness, we have the Fool and familiarity. Okay, so this is telling me Baby, shelter. So like I said, this is kind of when I get with shelter, I get very much fall season. That's what I'm very much getting. What we talked about earlier, very much fall season. We are allowing ourselves to slow down, and this may also look like you just being in the house a little more, right? Maybe you were so much outside, and this look like you be in the house in the house a little bit more, but also not being by yourself. Like I said, just because you are very much slowing down, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to isolate yourself and not have your community. So you still want your community around you while you're taking that shelter and really just allowing yourself to be still, right? Allowing yourself to be grounded, because you know that there's big things that are coming. There's big things that you are preparing for, that you need to allow yourself to be still so that you can really turn inward within yourself to receive that wisdom and those messages of what your next step should be, right? And with the Fool card, this just means that you're on a whole new journey, baby. You're on a whole new journey. And so when you're on a new journey, you're kind of like the fool in a sense, right? Because you're learning. You're now a student to these things. You're not the expert. You're not the Mr. or Mrs. Know-it-all, right? So you're really allowing times to being the fool really means allow yourself to embrace the new journey. And for a lot of you, it's also about getting back to your roots. Okay, with this, getting back to your roots, getting back to what it is that you started. Maybe you started something and you didn't finish it, right? Maybe you started something and you kind of fell off with it. So this is kind of saying like, get back on that new journey, get back grounded, and making sure that you stick to those roots, getting back to the roots. This is also be getting back to the roots of what's been causing you confusion, getting back to the roots of what's been causing you to, what really originally caused you to get off on your journey. You get what I'm saying? What caused you to get off on your journey? Okay, baby, so that is for the Scorpios. Get back to what it is that you started, and also allowing yourself to be still and grounding yourself so that you can get back to the shit that you started. Period. So very much fall season, baby. Very much fall season. We're stopping and smelling the roses. Okay? We're stopping and smelling the roses. All right. So next we have Sagittarius, baby. Ooh, celebration Sagittarius. Any Sagittarius in the chat? 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 So, babe, we're celebration. It's a celebration. You are celebrating. You are celebrating your milestones. You are celebrating how far you have came. Okay? For the fall season. All right. So we also, for Sagittarius, we also got sacrifice, right? And we also have miscarriage here. So this is about release, right? You're releasing something. And at the same time, so because of your release, which something that you went through, right? This doesn't necessarily mean that you experienced miscarriage here. Okay, let's keep our mind open. But you are releasing something, and at the same time, because of what you went through and you had to release there, you, with the sacrifice, you are showing your community a new way to heal, right? You are showing your community a new way to heal and a new way to get through the things that may have brought you to a really dark place, right? Something that may have really brought you to where you weren't feeling, you went through something and it really had you disappointed. It was something that you really had your hopes up high for. And I feel like now you are seeing the other side of it, that maybe it just wasn't your time. Maybe it wasn't your time. It's a no right now. It may be a loss right now, but there's a greater gain on the way. And I feel like you are seeing now that it's not really a loss for real. That it really was just a not right now. Right? And I believe that is something that's to celebrate. That is something to celebrate, because that's really big. Because when we have certain losses, it can really make us have like a victim mindset. But for you, I feel like you are rising from it. You are being empowered from it, and you're really trying hard to look on the bright side. And it's allowing you to show up for your community and give them something to hope for, right? And even if they haven't went through what you've went through, you're showing them ahead of time how to get through it, right? You're showing them ahead of time how to get through it. That's for the Sag. That's for the Sagittarius. And with that, y'all know Lord London is a Sagittarius. That she just popped up in my head when I was thinking of that. And she's definitely doing that now with her loss. She's definitely showing people how to show up and still be resilient, bro. Because there's losses of life is real. So that's the Sagittarius. Okay. Next up, we have Capricorns. Okay, so we got a caged bird for Capricorns. Capricorns, it's time to bust a move. It's time to bust a move. Maybe right now you're planning to bust a move, right? You're planning because right now you've been playing small. You've been in situations that have been making you feel limited, right? And it's time for you to really bust a move. And like I said, I believe that right now you're preparing to bust a move. You're really preparing of thinking like, you know what? This is no longer serving me. How do I bust a move? How do I get away from this glass ceiling? And you're going to do it by understanding that you are the source. Only you can change your situation, Capricorn. Only you can change your situation, right? So it's about you getting back to the source and you understanding like, oh, y'all haven't fucked up for real, right? And y'all caught me slipping for a second, and I was getting kind of like believing the lies and believing who y'all are telling me that I am, but I'm getting back to me this season. I'm getting back to me this season and understanding that the power is within me, understanding the magic within you, right? So you really have to listen to your intuition, Capricorn. It's really about listening to your intuition. You know what it is that you need to do, but you have to allow yourself, give yourself the space to really listen to that. And you're a special person, Capricorn. Because no matter what you go through, you don't let shit change your heart. That's what this is saying to me. It's like no matter what you go through, Capricorn, you're not letting anybody change who you are at your core. You get what I'm saying? And that's why you're special, because you've had times where you could allow somebody to, whoever played in your face, whoever took your love for granted, whoever had you fucked up, you've really allowed yourself to still at your core not let it to change you. You may have some love that didn't go the way that you wanted to go, but you did not allow that to change you. You get what I'm saying? And so these things are being revealed to you, Capricorn, that you are the source. You're not as trapped as you may think that you are. You're not as trapped as you may think that you are. You just have to sit down for a second and remember your magic. Remember who you are. Remember that it all starts within you, and only you can change your situation, right? But I commend you for not allowing those situations to hinder you or change who you are. And that's something to be very grateful for. That's something to be very proud of within yourself. That's something to be very proud of within yourself, Capricorn. Aquarius, what we got for you? Okay, so Aquarius, we have tension, right? So I feel like with Libra season, you're doing some cord cutting with your relationships, right? You're doing some cord cutting, because here we go. We have this card jump right back out for you as well with some cord cutting, because you can't allow people to really change who you are, right? You can't allow the folks to really change who you are. And there's some cord cutting here with the tension card, right? Like I said, Libra is all about relationships. It's all about speaking up for yourself and saying what it is that you need out of your relationships. Say what it is that you would like to explore in your relationships. But there's some tension here. There's going to be some tension here that comes with this, of you now speaking up and saying, yeah, I don't like this, I'm not feeling it. And so there's going to have to be some cord cutting with this, right? Because you're just speaking your truth. And if you're in a situation that you can't speak your truth and be honest about that, Aquarius, then you're going to have to move on with some cord cutting, right? But at the same time, understanding that you wear your heart on your sleeve, but you can't let it change you. And that is all for your higher good. That's what I'm getting for this. So that cord cutting, and it may not be easy. It may be hard, right? Because you weren't necessarily planning on cord cutting with this person, but it's fall, and we have to release the things that no longer serves us, right? Because this is preparation season. Where it is that you see yourself and where it is that you would like to go. And the reality of the situation is everybody can't come with you. Everybody cannot come with you, right? Everybody cannot come with you. And so you have to do what it is that you are being called to do. So we got to release those relationships because we are in eclipse season. So we're definitely getting rid of the things that's no longer serving us. We're definitely making sure that we are being intentional with the folks that we are speaking up with. I'm also feeling, my cards are going everywhere. I'm also feeling for you, Aquarius. What I'm also feeling for you is getting really in tune with nature. Getting really in tune with nature. Like I spoke on before, when you allow yourself to flow within the seasons, you are also rebalancing. You are also balancing out yourself. Right? Because that's what we're supposed to do anyway. As humans, as people, we're supposed to transition with the seasons. So really tapping in and getting into nature and allowing yourself to really get back to you. And we have the alchemy card. So yes, getting back to your magic, and it's for your higher good to really release this situationship. This could be a friendship. This could be a relationship with someone at work, but really just cutting ties with them. Really cutting ties with them because it's for your higher good, and you need to get back to your magic. You need to get back to the magic within you, right? Because they're throwing you off your square. They're throwing you off your square. Okay. So next up we have Pisces. Pisces, rising, moon. Pisces, sun, rising, moon. Dun, dun, dun. Boom, boom, boom. What does Pisces know for Libra season? Any Pisces in the chat? Pisces in the chat. Blessings in disguise. So there's blessings with your name on it. There's blessings with your name on it, Pisces. And Pisces, you're really coming into your own right now. You're like really in alignment right now. Right? You're really in alignment. And this Libra season is going to help you get into alignment even more because you feel that it's just a need to really be grounded and to really tap in. Right? You're like really finding your way, and you're finding the balance that allows you to really tap in with you. Absolutely, with the Swords card. It allows you to really tap in with you. Yes, fall back, absolutely. So like I said, you're really getting back into you. And so it's allowing you to understand that I need to be grounded because shit is about to hit the fan, and I really need to be grounded for the things that are coming, the things that I am releasing, the things that I am planning out to do. Because you understand that it starts with you and it's the source, and you're really planning for big blessings coming to you with blessing in disguise, right? Because you're speaking your truth and you really tap into your intuition, Pisces. Like, you know what's going on, right? You know what's going on. You see it before anyone else sees it. And so you're really in alignment right now because you're allowing yourself to really flow with the seasons and know that, okay, it's time for me to sit my ass down a little bit. It's time for me to start cooking from home. Cooking at home, it's time for me to really get tapped in and prepare for the things that I am praying for, prepare for the things that I am really calling out, for the things that I need to do. You have a plan and you know how to get to that plan. Okay, so Aries, Aries sun, Aries moon, and Aries rising. Any Aries in the chat? Morning. I feel like with this, you're kind of grieving the old you, Aries. Right? I feel like you're shedding layers that it was hard for you to shed, right? But I feel like you are at the same time, you're releasing that. So you're really going through a grieving process here, which is also very eclipse season, which is also very much eclipse season, very much fall, and just releasing and facing the things that you may not want to face. You just have to do it because the only way to get through those things is to face it. The only way to get through those things is to get through those things, right? And we have this card jumping out again, and I'm getting this with conditions, that I'm also getting that your heart is in it. Your heart was in it. And you are now understanding that this may be something that you may always be grieving, but it's going to be okay, right? It's going to be okay because you still have to continue on. You still have to keep it pushing, and you're understanding that. See, the thing when you're grieving something, you still know, like, it may never feel how, I'm never going to get back to how I feel before that, but I understand that I have to still get through it. You get what I'm saying? And with love me not. So remember, with Venus, this is all about relationships, partnerships. This doesn't have to be romantic relationships, but it may be somebody that's not really feeling you. It may be somebody that's really like, maybe it's time. Maybe this has ran its course, right? And even if you don't want to believe that now, even if you don't want to trust that's what it is, you will know by the end of the season if it's really going to be what it is or what you want it to be. Because we're just entering into a time where when things are no longer serving you, you're moving the fuck on. Or the universe will do it for you, right? So really pay attention to, make sure you're not forcing something. Make sure you aren't, maybe you're planning for something to be really huge or for something to really be, this may be it for me, this may be the one for me. Make sure we're not forcing that, because if you don't want to be the truth about it and you don't want to address it, it will come to fruition on its own. The universe is going to bring it to you because that's just the energy that we're moving into, right? So kind of believe what you're seeing and kind of make sure that you are like, is this what I need to feel? What is it that I need to see? You know what I'm saying? So Taurus moon, Taurus sun, Taurus rising. We have some greatness for you. So we have the bear fruit, right? We're celebrating, and it's all about following your heart. So Taurus, you have been putting in work for a very long time. I'm talking, you've been putting in the work with You've been putting in the work with the long hours of working, the studying, and the very much so just the overtime. You've been putting in that work and you've been really doing the inner work as well. And now it's just time to bear that fruit. It's time. It's like finally you're figuring it out. Finally, the energy has shifted and you just feel in alignment, right? You're like, finally, this is something that I need to I finally get to enjoy. This is something that I can really say, okay, I can take a deep breath in and really say, damn, finally shit is looking up for me, right? And that's something to celebrate. And if you notice here, you're not celebrating by yourself. You're not the only person celebrating you, right? Your community is also celebrating you. They're also proud of you. They're also very much so excited for you, and they're just genuinely proud for you. And continue to follow your heart in that, right? Continue that, because sometimes when things start going too good, we're kind of like, yo, it's too good to be true, right? It's too good to be true. Like, finally, I've been putting in all this work for so long, and finally things are starting to look up for me. Continue to follow your heart. Do not get in your head about it. Do not get in your head about it and feel like, okay, now I need to switch things up this way. Now I need to do this. Now I need to continue to follow your heart and continue to put in the work that got you here to where you are. Okay? So good shit for you, Taurus. Great fucking job, because things are looking up for you. Things are really looking up for you. Gemini. Gemini moon, Gemini rising, Gemini sun. What do we have for you for Libra season? What do we have for you for Libra season? The Gemini card pops right out for you. Right out for you. So you're really in your element. Like, you're seeing it from both sides. And this is why, like I said before, sometimes people can call Geminis two-faced but in reality, they can just see from both sides. They can see all perspectives. This is the genius about them. Whereas damn, they're like they're two different people, because they can really see from both sides. Like, I don't think people appreciate Geminis enough for that. But it comes off as two-faced from people outside looking in, because it's like, damn, girl. Okay? So we also have the silver lining. So you can be kind of getting some conflict here, Gemini, because people may be seeing that they're misunderstanding you. They're not understanding your genius and what really makes you Gemini, right? They're not understanding that. So to them, it's looking like you're just two-faced, right? You're very two-faced. You're very playing both sides. You're very neutral. You don't want to pick a side because you understand both sides. And so that could bring some conflict with your relationships. And again, this doesn't have to be romantic relationships. This could be a partnership. This could be a work relationship. It can just be a damn relationship with a friend, okay? But I feel like this is all for your highest good. Like, people are showing you who they really are and who they really are and what they truly think of you when you start to act into your genius and really say, you know what? You're my girl, but I see it from her point of view too, right? Because the thing is, people be wanting you to say how you feel, right? People be wanting you to give advice. People really be wanting you to, tell me how you feel. Well, what do you think? What would you do? What do you think I should do? And when you get to saying what you think, when you get to sharing what you think that you would do, how you can see it from both sides, they don't like that, right? They're pissed off at you. Now they're like, you always being for everybody, right? Like, you're always never taking my side. You were never really supporting me. But you need these relationships to show who they really are, right? You need these relationships to show their true colors, right? You're really grateful for them to show their true colors at every function. You need that. And you have to understand that it's all for your highest good, right? It's all for your highest good in that. And you're giving birth to new grounds. You're laying the foundation for new grounds, because I feel like at the same time, while you're speaking your truth, Gemini, you're not afraid of that. You're no longer afraid, like, damn, is she gonna really fuck with me? Is they gonna really like me? Is he gonna really like me? You're now like, you know what? I know my zone of genius. I know who I am. I know my specialty. I know my gift. And you're now laying new grounds. And because you are no longer being playing small, that is allowing you to really make new ground and lay down and give birth to the new you. We're not playing small. They just gonna have to get over it, Gemini. They're gonna have to get over it. They're gonna have to get over it. Okay. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What does Cancer need to know for the Libra season? If you are in here, let me know if this is resonating with you. Shout out to all the Cancers. First card, we have following your heart. Following your heart. That is a really big theme right now, of following your heart and doing the shit that lights you up. Doing the things that light you up. And you have to follow that. And it may not look traditional of what everyone else may do. And that's okay, right? That's okay, because we're moving into a time where y'all can keep hearing me say that. I'm keep saying over and over. We're moving into a time where you're really gonna have to do the shit that I like this for Cancers. I like this right now. I love that. Okay. You're really going to have to do things that light you up. And so we have free expression. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, Cancer. You have free expression. You're really following your damn heart is going to give. The only way to follow your heart is to allow yourself to freely express yourself. Stop holding how you feel in, Cancer. Okay? Stop holding how you feel in. Stop when you notice the energy shift, right? Stop leaving that bottled in. Okay? Because it's doing you more harm than it is doing good, right? Because I know Cancer really like to keep, how they feel inside. Now their energy will shift. Okay, you will feel that energy. You will feel the energy of a Cancer shift. So you would know something is wrong with the Cancer. You will feel that. So Cancer, I need you to say what's on your mind. I need you to get those thoughts out. And maybe you have to work on your delivery, but you have to make sure that you say what it is that you're feeling, right? Because I think that it will allow you to breathe easy. Ooh, this is a very Libra season for you. It will allow you to breathe easy to restore your energy. Okay? It will allow you to restore your energy. So it's all about balance. So Libra season is really asking you to get into alignment with the season. Really get into alignment with nature, right? Because these things are going to balance you. Oh, I really love this for you, Cancer. This is really going to balance you. And so this is your season. This is your season. This is your season is what this is telling me. This is your season of following your heart, doing what it is that you said you are going to do, doing the things that bring you joy, doing the things that light you up, doing the things that get you excited, because that is the energy that's going to attract the life that you know you are meant to live. Right? This is why it's so important to follow your heart. And this is why I talk about in human design that I teach in human design with my clients is following your heart, following your authority, right? Doing the things that light you up. What lights you up may not light up the next person, and that's okay. That's fine, because we're not all the same. But continue to allow yourself to freely express yourself. Say what's on your mind. Say what it is that you feel. Okay? So what if they don't agree? But it's more so about getting those thoughts out your mind, Cancer, so that you are not keeping that shit bottled in, because that's not good for you. It's not good for you. Because the people that you're hiding from may not want to say what it is that you feel, but they sense an energy shift within you anyway. So when they ask, yo, what's wrong? What's good? I need you to speak up and say that so that you can restore your energy, getting those thoughts out of you, restore it, baby, so that you can get back to your balance. So this is very Libra season for you, Cancer. Very much asking you to get into alignment with nature because this is your season. And so you don't want to get in your own way. You don't want to get in your own way. Okay? Leos. So we have neglect here. Leo. What does Leos need to know for Libra season? Leos, sun, moon, rising, neglect. So what I'm getting from this, Leos, is you're really putting in work, and you may have a project or some of sort that has allowed you to get off course with making sure that you are good, right? So I really need you to check on your inner child and to really tap in and do things that bring you joy. It's really the little things. It's not, maybe it's something like going to go get your favorite drink from Starbucks. It's really the little things. Whatever makes you feel like you are being seen is really important. And so you have sacrifice here. So again, with sacrifice, you are now showing your community. Now your community can be anybody. This can be your siblings. This can be coworkers. This can be anybody. This can be your actual family. But you are showing them that there's a new way to do things. And you're showing them what you've learned on this project. Whatever this project is that has allowed you to neglect your inner child, it's not a bad project, but whatever that is, you've learned so much from that. And the things that you've learned from that, you're taking that back to your community and you're showing them the sacrifices that you had to make, and you're bringing the wisdom back from those sacrifices. And it's showing them a new way to heal, a new way to show up, a new way to look forward to life, right? And then we have some two-faced energy going on. So this project, people could be feeling away. People can be feeling away because not only have you probably neglected your inner child and neglected things that make you excited, you probably also neglected your friendships because you have been so consumed with this new project that it has, now people think that you're being two-faced, and so it has people looking at you with a side eye of like, oh, she moved on. She don't really fuck with us like that. So be mindful of that. Again, when people show this energy, understand that it's always for your highest good, because you need to know the people around you. You need to know who's who. And so with this season, you're really going to be seeing that with your friendships. You're going to really be seeing of who's looking at you sideways, who's really popping shit behind your back, who's playing the neutral side that don't want to pick a side. Because one thing about people being neutrals, you are picking a side. You picked a side, you're just too scared to say what your side is. Okay? So that's for the Leos. And now let's go to Virgos. Virgos. What do Virgos need to know for Libra season? Thank you. I try. I'll just be doing a little something, something. Just doing a little something, something. Ooh. All right, so. Okay, Virgos. All right, so very much on brand too. So we have the kid here. We're very much, what I see for this Virgo is you are really tapping into your community, but I'm also getting collaboration. right? What the fire represents, that's very much fire energy. And this very much represents action. It very much represents you taking action, and maybe you're sharing creative ideas. Maybe you are taking on new um, partnership and things like that with your community. And remember, when we say kin, it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be family. These could be people that you really trust, people that you look forward to talking to, people that you don't mind, people that you trust, most importantly, to share those ideas with, right, Virgo? Because you can be very in your head, Virgo, and you can be quick to be very like, I do it on my own, which is not bad, right? But in Libra season, we really want to lean into collaborations. We really want to lean into depending on our community and trusting our community and sharing those unique ideas that we have to say, you know what do you think about this? I was thinking about doing this, or this is what I'm feeling. And so I want to hear your thoughts on that, right? That's what you're getting. That's what you want to tap into more, right? And then we have the miscarriage card here. So there's a loss that you had, that you experienced, right? And you now feel like it's time to really say, you know what, this loss showed me everything that I needed to see and everything that I may needed to work on. And so with the boundaries card, I feel like because of this loss, it's really having you say no more. No more allowing people to play in my face, right? No more. I know what I want now out of life. I know what it is that I want to excuse me, what I want to do in my life. I don't want to put myself through that. You know what? I was going to go that route, and because that route turned out the way of maybe disappointment, you're now saying, I'm going to get clear about what it is that I want to do. Yeah. I'm going to get clear about what it is that I want to do, and I'm going to lean on my community because I want my community to know this is my move, and I want to hear what they have to say, right? So remember, when we experience loss, it's not really a loss, right? Loss means that I'm not getting anything from this. I didn't get nothing from this. So it's not really a loss. We have to understand that when we experience loss, it just means that a greater gain is on the way. Right? So you didn't really lose anything. You didn't really lose anything. You now see that, okay, this turned out exactly the way that I needed it to turn out, and I'm grateful because now I know I'm not playing that shit no more. Now I know, oh, I'm not playing that shit no more. So remember, with losses, you need that. Okay? You need that. And so that's all the signs. So yes, guys, it's Libra season. So it's fall. This is my season. I love fall. I love just tapping into it. So remember to allow yourself to find the balance. Allow yourself to really tap in within you. This is the season where we're going inward, right? We're going inward, and we are doing the work, and we're not running away from the tough conversations, right? Because we have a lot of things energetically that are happening that's going to force us to really say what it is that we want. Is really going to allow us to, not only from ourselves, but also from everything around us, right? And the truth is continue to come to the light. So once the truth continues to come to the light, you have a choice to make. You have a choice to make to continue to operate how you've always been operating, or do something about it. Okay? And that's all I have for y'all today. As you guys know, I offer human design readings. Human design is all about understanding your unique self and embracing your authenticity, right? And understanding your gifts and your quirks. If you're someone that's like, I want to know what motivates me. I want to know what my gifts are. I don't know what my gifts are. I want to know how I can turn my gifts into a business or a service that helps others see the gifts within themselves. Finding out what your human design will actually help you with that. It's all there. It will tell you how you need to operate. It will tell you how you need to show up in this world with your energy. Find out what your human design is. I can literally help you once you find out what your human design is, and we can have a reading, and we can really pull out what your unique gifts are. Like I said, the things that motivate you, how you should show up with your energy in the world, and about understanding your inner authority and knowing how to listen to your inner compass. Okay, human design is beautiful, child. I love it. So, if you guys are interested in that, please click the link in the description or my bio. Connect with me on Instagram at Bougie Astro Babes. And I will see you guys in my next live. Mwah.